Hi, everybody. So I'm happy to show you the improvements on the platform. So I'll take you through every step when you want to create an account. So first of all, you sign up here and then you put in your email address and make sure that you have a complex password on the platform as well. Select your role as teacher and then submit. And then you create your teacher profile. So you put in all the information that is required here. And then after that, you will be able to get in. The only thing is you will be asked to be authenticated. So quite often what ends up happening is that I have to meet with every single teacher just to be sure that the teachers enrolled on the platform are from legitimate schools and that have valid pedagogical objectives. The name of your dean, headmaster, and their email address also helps us with the validation process. So you put in the information here. And this helps us with the matching when we find someone to match with you. And then you agree to the terms of services and you submit. Oops, I forgot to select the time zone as well. So once you're in, it says admin will verify your account shortly. So you're not able to log in until you have been approved. You can't also create a classroom until you've been approved. You should also get a verification link in your email address. So make sure that you double check that as well. Once you will be approved, then you will see, I'm just going to take you to this here, you will see your teacher dashboard. So on your teacher dashboard, this is a dashboard that already has an active classroom. In your case, you would click on create a classroom, and then you put in all the required information, and then it will take you to a matching page. And so let's do this here. Again, I'm just putting information very quickly so that I can show you how that works. You can enable Netiquette videos, which are videos that show students, they're required to watch the videos to show them how to behave properly online. And then if you don't enable them, they won't see that. Then you click on submit. Oh, I forgot to put my my city and my goals. Sorry about that. So here we go. All right, and that's it. So I think I've selected everything here. My profile is updated and I've got my classroom that is created. So then you have three choices here. You can either, let's say I've enrolled 4 students, that's the total. Now, for some teachers, this is possible and they're able to afford this, which helps us keep the platform going. It pays for the server fees, programming fees, and so forth. So you can ask that your invoice be sent to your school, or you could say that the students should be invoiced, which means that when the students log in, they buy the credits themselves. The other options is that you request social credits for your whole class, so the students won't have to fill that out every time. And then you click submit. Once that's done, then you're going to choose the type of matching. So class to class or random. Random means that once your class is created, students will find a partner randomly based on the features that you've decided. So that would be the level, the age group, and also the target language. Otherwise, class to class, you have 2 options. If you have a class code from your partner teacher, enter it here. Otherwise, you can look for a match now, and it will take you to the matching page. And you have to make sure that you agree the checkbox here because you'll be committed and responsible, which is what we're expecting from teachers on the platform. So when you get here, again, if you have a class code, you can put it in here. Otherwise, you can do a search, putting in, levels, country, discipline, and so forth. And then whatever is available will start showing up here on the map. And then you can always click on request match. When you request a match, it will show up in your sent requests. And when you receive a request, it will appear here. And then you can click on the box to approve it, to accept it. In the next version, which is coming up very soon, we will also add teachers' names. So you will be able to look up a teacher's name. Let's say that you want to do your partnership with a specific teacher. You can look up that teacher's name, and then you can send them a match request or send them a message and so forth. So once your classroom is created, then you have a couple of options here. What is interesting in the new version is that you also have a dashboard, so you can see your students' names, you can see who they're matched with, how long the meeting lasted when they had a meeting. You can also click on the recording button to get to that meeting. You can see how many questions they've completed, their self-rating, portfolio entries, messages sent, and so forth. And you can always access that information by clicking on the icons. You can also ask that you only be shown the videos that last over 10 minutes, which are usually the ones that are valid. And you can look up a student name as well, just to for quick access. Once your class is created and you're matched with your partner teacher, click on plan, and then you can invite students to join. Just copy and paste this ready to send invitation, which puts your class code, the link to the tutorial video, and the link to the Worldchat website as well. You can set up the meetings and the questions as well. And so by clicking here, you're going to see your topics. In this case, they have already selected the topics, but if I take this class, the topics have not been selected, right? They have not been entered. So you could use the Worldchat Live questions by default, and then those will automatically appear here. You can always delete any topic that you're not interested in. If you make the questions public, then people can browse discussion topics and find them and import them, which is very nice. And you can also import questions from your previous classes, which saves you quite a bit of time. If you make them private, then only you can see them and import from your classes. But if you're paired up with another teacher and you want to be able to share your questions with them, if you make them public, then they can find them when they click browse discussion topics. And then you can decide to use the wheel of questions. So the students will normally see the questions one after another on the video chat page. But if you use the wheel of questions, then it's going to show up as a wheel of question that they can spin. So it's really up to you how you want to do that. And you can also enable instructions that students will see when they go over your discussion questions. All right. And then once that's done, we can go back to our planning, and this is your class wall. So we encourage you to add announcements if there's anything you want to tell your students. You can also add class resources, which would be, let's say, PDFs to read and so forth. You can add a class picture. If students add a picture, you need to approve them, just because we know why. And then there's Meet My Class here, which is a little video that you can make with your students in class, and then the other students and teacher will see that. So it gives them an idea of who you are before they get to the actual meeting. You can always click on Student View to see what they see as your class wall. And then you're good to go. You can match your students now. So you just select a student name, another student name, match them, and they will appear here. If you want, you can use the shuffle option and then decide the size of your groups and hit the submit button, and the system will do the shuffling for you. When you match students, they appear in the needs approval section just to be sure that teachers agree on the matches. But if you are in a rush, then you can just accept them all. And if there's anything, then you can always unmatch the students and they go back up into the line here. If you want more information about the students, you can expand. So that helps you see, you know, their interest, their level, personality type, gender, and their age as well, to help you make good matches. So once all of this is done, your planning is completed, the students have been invited, you've matched them, you've put the discussion questions, so then they get started and they'll be able to chat. So what you can do once the conversations have started is look at your dashboard. At a glance, you see what's going on. If you want more detailed information, click on track, and this is where you can see your class statistics, last student logins. You can see the number of conversations that have been completed by the students. And in green, obviously, we see that they've done at least one, but in red, nothing has been done yet. The duration of the conversations will appear here. The questions that they've completed also. You can even see which ones they have done. You can see their portfolio entries. And what's nice is that you can now download them so that it can be downloaded as Excel or PDF. And you can also download them all as PDF or Excel to help you mark more easily. The recordings are also accessible here, and you see the number of recordings that have been done. And so you see the duration and the date at the same time. And when you go on a recording, what's also interesting is that you can leave feedback. Obviously, you want to agree that you're not going to share this with anybody else because those are private videos unless we were given consent from students. So you can leave feedback here. There's a bit of information on how to do it so that the feedback is even flagged at a specific time. You can even leave audio feedback if you want, or for a particular student as well. So this is also very good because the students will be notified of your feedback on their recordings. So going back here, you also have access to the message logs. This will all be changed soon in terms of design, but it just gives you an idea of what it looks like. And then you can get information per student. By clicking here, you can look up a student name, or you can browse. You can delete any student that doesn't belong in your class. And when you click on their name, and you see a lot of information that can be helpful. And if you need, let's say they typed in the wrong email address when they signed up, you can edit that for them. You can also reset their password. That's an issue that comes up quite often. And if they chose an inappropriate name when they signed up, you can also edit the name. And finally, you can get to student view here. So you see what they see on their dashboard, which is also very useful. So I'm just going to switch windows here just to show you what else is available. So that was to track the information. Just always remember your active classrooms are here. So if you click on another one, then that's the current one that you will see. And if a classroom seems to have disappeared, maybe it's because you have accidentally archived it. If you need to modify, click on the pencil icon. So here it's only active classrooms that we see. Otherwise, we can see the archived classrooms as well. And then you can manage certain things by clicking this button. First of all, this is going to move, but you can call your partner teacher, you can schedule a class conference, you can join live conversations. So that's when students are having a conversation live. So you can click on the little video icon and join the live conversations. You can see also what is scheduled and when. And here will be a list of meetings that are scheduled too. And this is a new feature we're very excited about, which is called Manage Live Conversations. And so here, you will be able to manage students that are having a live conversation at the same time in your lab. So let's say you have 30 students in class and the other teacher has 30 students in class. You want to be able to see what's going on. You want to be able to match the students as they come to class. You want to be able to see when somebody has a hand raised. You want to be able to join the conversations and then go back, right? So you want to manage everything that is going on during those live conversations. So that's in real time. So then you can choose to launch your existing groups, which are the groups that you've pre-matched, or you could choose to match the solo students. So the students that don't have a partner will always show up in the solo section at the top here for each class. And so you can match them as you go, and they will show up in your matches here. If there's anything, you can always unmatch them. And then if you want to shuffle, again, you have the option to do that and choose the size of the groups. You can then at the end of class decide to end all the live calls, and even there will be a pop-up message that you can send students saying, you know, the teacher will end class soon, or conversations will end soon, or you can write your own announcement that will pop up on student screens before they're disconnected. You can even have a discussion with your partner teacher on this live conversation here, so that you can talk to each other as you're doing the matches live again. And so this is going to be something very useful if you don't want to be on Zoom and on Worldchat at the same time. So this is also something that is a very exciting feature. All right, so this is a bit of an overview of what we have for you at the moment on Worldchat Live Education. If you have any questions, if you'd like to share anything with us, please let us know. We'll keep improving the site. Obviously, your feedback is extremely valuable, but the platform is very stable. Everything seems to be running smoothly. So thank you, everybody, for being part of this adventure. And just, you know, FYI, if you would like to donate to help the website continue, then you can always go on the main page, and then there's a donation button here. And it's very neat because you also see the conversations that are happening in real time here. And so when you see those little lines, it means that people are talking right now from one country to another, which is so exciting. And you can also see the time world clocks. So if you're wondering what time it is somewhere else, well, there it is. So thanks everybody for being part of this amazing journey for your students. Don't hesitate if you have questions or feedback. Cheers.